Hello everyone, Christopher Maynard. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to connect the virtual machines that I created earlier on. I will start with my Windows Server machine. I will come down here and I will go to Network and Sharing Center. In the Network and Sharing Center, I will go to Manage Network Connections. Okay, this is a local area connection, so we will go and get in here, Properties, and we're working with the TCP IPv4. Alright, we're not working with IPv6, we're working with the 4, so click on that, then you go to Properties, and in here is where we will set a static IP. Right, this will, we click here and we can type in our static IP. Now I'm going to give it the 192.168.1.1. Alright, so I'm putting in the .0 network, 1.0 network. We'll set the default gateway as 192.168.1.1. This is the server, so we're going to just point it back to itself as the gateway, and we'll set DNS at 192.168.1.1 also. Sorry, 168.1.1. Alright, so we have placed that. Close that. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that network discovery is on. So we click here and we'll turn it on and apply. Alright, so we'll make it connected to a private network. We'll also turn on file sharing. Apply that. We'll turn on public folder sharing. Now we have two choices here. We can turn it on where anyone can access and open the files, and we can turn it on where anyone can on a network can access the file and change the file. So this one, the person cannot change the file. This one, they will be able to change the files. So we'll leave it at change the file. So now and apply. Right. We don't have any printers attached, so we're not going to share printers. However, what we're going to do is we're going to take off password protecting for this demo, so that it will be a little easier. So we take off password protection. So we can close off here, and we can go now to network, and what we'll see here is we will see this is the server in the network, right? And let's see if there are any more machines inside here. As you can see, it's only the server that's showing inside here in the network. Right, click on the server, we turn on public sharing, so this is a public folder on our server. And let me just set this aside here for now, and let's go to the Vista machine. So come down here, and go network and sharing. Same holes here, we go to manage network connections, double click, properties, again we go to the IPv4, we can uncheck IPv6, doesn't matter, properties, and we give it a static address. So the first address on the server we give it 1, so let's give this address 2, 192.168.1.2. Alright, However, we're going to point to the server as the default gateway on this machine. So it's 192.168.1.1, and we'll also point to the server for our DNS 192.168.1.1. Alright, pay attention to over on this side here while we click OK, and we close this here. Right. Make it a home network, OK. We can close this, and we can close this. Now, network discovery on. We're going to put file sharing on. Apply that. We're going to public folder on. Again, we're going to put have it where you can change, users can change the files, and we're going to take off password protected sharing. Turn that off. Apply. Alright, so that is our Vista machine. Let's refresh here. Let's see what happens here. So you're seeing our Vista machine there. So this is the server, this is a Vista machine. If I'm here on the server and I click the Vista machine, I can see the public folders. Right? So we have shared our public folders. Fairly simple. So let me just minimize the Vista machine. Now I'm going to show you the XP. XP is a little more, I wouldn't say complicated, but maybe a little more work. So let's go to the XP machine. Here's the XP machine. We can go to the control panel. I like to use the classic view, old school. Network connections, and double click this. You go to properties, and you will get your TCP/IP down here. And you notice that the XP doesn't have any V6 connection, because this was before V6. Anyway, you go to properties, and again we set the static address. So we had 1, 2, 3, and this one will be 4 for simplicity's sake. So we go 192.168.1.4. Subnet mask is the same, and we point back again to the server for the gateway 192.168.1.1, and we point to the server for the DNS 192.168.1.1. Click apply. Now we can click here to show the icon down at the bottom. Makes it easier. Okay. Let me just show you this also. You can, no, not in this place. Go back to properties. If you go to advanced and you check your firewall settings, you need to make an exception for file and printer sharing, otherwise the firewall may block it. Okay, and then we click close. Alright, so the machine doesn't appear across here yet. Although the next step we will do is we will go and we will share the public folder. For that you have to go to computer, you go to local drive C, you show the files, then you go to documents and settings, all users, and shared folders is, well, in XP it doesn't have a public folder, so it's called shared folders. So this is a folder that we're going to share. In here you right click, and in your contextual menu you choose sharing and securities. Here it's asking you to run a wizard, but you can just click here and share the folder, and then you click here, just enable file sharing. Okay. When this opens up, you click share the folder, and you can name it what you want to, the share name that is. So saying that it's a public folder, I will call it public. Alright, and I will also allow users to change information in that folder. Click apply, you click OK. Right, you should come across here. If we refresh that, there you're seeing the XP folder. They're all in the work group. So you double click and you can see the public and all the stuff that's in the shared folders. Now let me just give you an example. So if I go into the shared folder on my XP, I can come here and let's say I go in the right here in the shared folder and I create a new text document. Call it new text document. You see it appeared here on my server while I was in the XP machine. So if I go from my, let's say I go from my Windows 7 machine and I go to networks, here I will see all the machines on the network, and if I go to my XP machine in the public share, they see the new text document, so I can share folders amongst the work group that is. Alright, another way you can know that the machines are connecting to each other, if I go to my server and I ping, let's say I ping my Vista machine, so I can ping 192.168.1.2, it will communicate. If I ping my Windows 7 machine, which is .3, it communicates. And if I ping my Windows, my XP, which is .4, it also communicates, right? So there is communication throughout the network, throughout the work group that they are all in, and that's the brings me to the end of this video. In my next video, what we will do is we will create a domain on the server 2008 and then add the other machines to this domain. Right, we will create a domain, we will install Active Directory. So that's the end of this video, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.